waking up exhausted? If you click away right now, you will lose another year of your life to the snooze button, permanently destroying your daily momentum and killing your chances of achieving your biggest goals. Today, you will discover the exact 2-minute morning rule for unstoppable momentum. Meet Sam. After failing complex 10-step influencer protocols, Sam finally found a scientifically backed low dopamine regimen that instantly cures morning fatigue. You're about to learn exactly how to build an unbreakable morning routine using ridiculously simple micro habits. Let's dive in.
Every single morning, Sam experiences a paralyzing wave of dread. The brain fog is so intense that it feels like moving through wet concrete. Desperate to learn how to start a morning routine and fix this lethargy, Sam falls into the ultimate modern trap: over-optimization. Attempting the classic, intense 5 a.m. vlog lifestyle, Sam tries to wake up in the pitch black, relying purely on brute force willpower. But here is the biological reality. Forcing a 5 a.m. wake up when your body didn't fall asleep until midnight creates massive compounding sleep debt. This severe lack of REM sleep severely impairs executive function in your prefrontal cortex, spikes your baseline anxiety, and completely ruins your mental health. Instead of relying on raw, exhaustible willpower, Sam should use the Sleep Cycle app to track this sleep debt and wake up during a natural, light sleep phase, minimizing morning inertia.
Let's stop right there and bust a massive productivity myth. You might ask, what is a good morning routine? Social media gurus claim it takes exactly 21 days to form a habit. False. According to a landmark study by University College London, it takes an average of 66 days to actually rewire your neural pathways. Furthermore, attempting to adopt more than 2 complex habits simultaneously results in a staggering 90% failure rate. Listen closely. You aren't failing because you lack discipline. You're failing because of cognitive overload. Your brain literally cannot process and sustain a 10-step millionaire routine all at once. Suddenly, the entire automated system violently fails. On a random Tuesday at 5:15 a.m., the cognitive overload triggers a massive, unexpected panic attack. Sam is collapsed on the floor, breathless, realizing this over-optimized, forced hustle trap is physically destroying his body. Everything is completely broken. Sam is living proof of this biological limitation. Rushing out the door after this episode, fueled entirely by panic and artificial urgency, the morning ends in absolute disaster.
Sam finally realizes that performative hustle culture is toxic and biologically impossible to maintain long term. If Sam can't survive without a complete nervous breakdown, is there any real hope? Will Sam be stuck in this agonizing, low-energy snooze cycle forever? Defeated but unwilling to quit, Sam discovers a fundamentally different approach, tailored perfectly to 2026's AI-assisted anti-hustle mindset: the 2-minute rule. The ultimate secret to how to stick to a morning routine isn't discipline. It's making the barrier to entry so ridiculously low that your brain cannot mathematically say no. Sam begins testing this by using a psychological framework called habit stacking, anchoring a new tiny habit to an existing automated behavior. While waiting for the morning coffee water to boil, Sam commits to a stretching routine for beginners. Research shows that even just 2 minutes of mindful morning stretching increases blood flow to the brain, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, and immediately lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. Sam uses the Down Dog app, customized to a literal 2-minute low-friction flow to make it entirely foolproof. If you're finding this shift in perspective helpful, join the hundreds of thousands of others who have subscribed to systematically master their productivity. Hit that subscribe button right now.
Next, Sam applies a core biological principle. Instead of immediately doom scrolling and frying dopamine receptors, Sam steps outside for natural sunlight within 30 minutes of waking. As Stanford neurobiologist Dr. Andrew Huberman famously states, Viewing morning sunlight is the absolute most powerful stimulus for wakefulness. This light exposure triggers a perfectly timed cortisol release, setting your internal biological clock and guaranteeing better sleep that night. Sam also systematically delays caffeine intake by 90 minutes. Sam uses the Zero app to track this 90-minute fast from caffeine, allowing the brain to naturally clear out sleep-inducing adenosine, completely preventing that devastating midday crash. And this system works for literally any demographic. A realistic morning routine for working moms can utilize 2-minute pre-planning. Using the Notion app the night before to lay out clothes and prep meals eliminates morning decision fatigue. Meanwhile, a busy college student can use a 2-minute aesthetic skincare habit as a psychological trigger to immediately transition into deep focus studying. Sam hits a flawless 7-day streak. The friction is gone. The morning routine is actually working.
But then, life throws a massive, unavoidable curveball. A late-night work emergency keeps Sam up until 3 a.m. A few hours later, the alarm goes off. Sam's body physically aches. The temptation to smash that snooze button is completely overwhelming. Will Sam surrender to the exhaustion, break the streak, and lose all that hard-earned momentum? As Sam hovers a trembling finger over the snooze button, the old perfectionist mindset whispers to just give up. The internal monologue is loud. If there's no time for the full-hour routine, why even bother? Just sleep. Sam realizes that giving up now means reverting right back to the panicked, coffee-spilling chaos. Breaking the promise to oneself destroys confidence. But wait, does a morning routine actually have to be perfectly executed to be effective? No. A massive psychological breakthrough hits. Sam remembers the core philosophy. It only takes 2 minutes.
Sam doesn't need a full hour-long workout. Sam simply sits up, opens the blinds for that crucial sunlight, and does one single modified 2-minute stretch. That's it. By executing these absolute micro habits, Sam successfully bypasses the dangerous all-or-nothing trap. Sam opens the Habitify app and triumphantly checks off the 2-minute minimums. This wasn't about looking perfect for an Instagram vlog. This was about building undeniable self-trust. When life inevitably piles up, scaling down to the absolute bare minimum is the exact strategy that saves the day and keeps the system alive. So, what are the actual non-negotiable things to do every morning? Let's recap Sam's 5 actionable tips to build your unbreakable system. 1. Drop the toxic 2-hour bootcamp myth entirely. 2. Use habit stacking to anchor new behaviors to old ones. 3. Seek morning sunlight immediately to set your circadian rhythm. 4. Do a minimal 2-minute stretch to lower cortisol. 5. Delay caffeine by exactly 90 minutes to prevent the crash. Finally, to prevent a complete lack of structure in those first vulnerable moments, lock your social media apps with the AppLock app until your 2 minutes are officially done.
By lowering the barrier to entry, Sam transformed from a chronically anxious snoozer into a calm, fiercely focused achiever. Be sure to click the link in the description or the pinned comment to access these resources for yourself. Sam's journey definitively proves that the best morning routine for sustained energy doesn't require hours of grueling discipline. It starts with the courage to commit to just 2 minutes. If you want to systematically master waking up early and finally build a highly productive, low dopamine morning routine, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a system upgrade. Now, I want to hear directly from you, because community accountability is how we win. What is the exact 2-minute habit you are going to start tomorrow morning? Drop it in the comments below right now. And share this video with that one friend who is always complaining about hitting the snooze button. Want a rapid-fire 60-second recap of the Huberman sunlight protocol? Click the short linked on screen. And stay tuned for our upcoming step-by-step daily planner setup tutorial. You've got this. Make sure to check the link in the description below.